Welcome to the channel, the place where we unlock the true power of AI through the art of prompt engineering. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is prompt engineering? It's more than just typing into a box. It's the skill of crafting clear, structured instructions that turn artificial intelligence into a powerful collaborator. On this channel, we'll explore everything from the basics like clarity, context, and specificity, to advanced techniques such as role prompting, step-by-step instructions, and even chain-of-thought reasoning. Whether you're brand new to AI or looking to sharpen your skills, you'll discover how the right prompts can transform your ideas into results. So hit that subscribe button and let's start mastering the art of prompting together. Prompt engineering. You've probably heard the term, but what does it really mean? Is it just typing something into an AI box? Not at all. Prompt engineering is the art of communicating with artificial intelligence, and it's quickly becoming one of the most important skills of the digital age. In this program, we'll explore prompt engineering from the basics to advanced techniques, showing you how to transform vague instructions into powerful collaborations with AI. Let's talk about what prompt engineering is and why it matters. Let's start with the big picture. A prompt is simply the instruction you give to an AI system. But here's the catch. The way you phrase that instruction determines the quality of the response. Think of it like giving directions to a driver. If you say, "Take me somewhere," you'll end up anywhere. But if you say, "Take me to 22 Baker Street in London, avoiding toll roads," you'll get exactly what you want. Prompt engineering is about learning to give those precise directions to AI. Why does this matter? Because AI is now everywhere in writing, coding, research, design, and even decision-making. The difference between a weak prompt and a strong prompt can mean the difference between a generic answer and a breakthrough idea. Next, let's talk about the basics of prompt engineering, which are clarity, context, specificity. Let's break down the basics. First, clarity. A clear prompt avoids ambiguity. Instead of saying, "Tell me about history," say, "Summarize the causes and outcomes of World War II in under 300 words. This prompt will generate the output based on the strong clarity, which is World War II. An instruction message is under 300 words, which means the context of the prompt is based on World War II with 300 words. Second, context. AI doesn't know your situation unless you tell it. If you're writing marketing copy, specify the product, the audience, and the tone. For example, write a 120-word landing page headline and subhead for a budget fitness app targeting university students in London. Again, here we have given the clear context, which is landing page for budget fitness app to target university student in London. Third, specificity. The more details you provide, the more tailored the output. Instead of "make it better," say, "Rewrite this paragraph in plain English, keep it under 80 words, and remove jargon." This prompt will act upon specificity, which is paragraph in plain English, then 80 words, then remove jargon. These three principles, clarity, context, and specificity, are the foundation of prompt engineering. Hope I have simplified the concept in a layman term so that everyone can understand. Next, let's talk about intermediate concepts of prompt engineering, which are roles, steps, constraints, formatting. Once you've mastered the basics, it's time to level up. First, let's discuss about role prompting. This prompting style would assign the AI a role to shape its voice and expertise. For example, act as a seasoned data analyst. Explain how to choose a visualization for categorical versus continuous variables. This prompt will ask the LLM model to act as a seasoned data analyst and respond or assist as a data analyst. Secondly, let's talk about steps or step-by-step prompting instructions. This would break complex tasks into smaller parts. Instead of "write me a business plan," say, "First outline the executive summary, then list 3 marketing strategies, then propose financial projections." This prompt will instruct the LLM to strategize the marketing plan and generate the financial projections step by step and respond. The third one is constraints prompting. This prompting style would go beyond boundaries and improve precision. Ask for word counts, tone, or style. For example, write 5 bullet points, each under 18 words, using present tense and avoiding buzzwords. This prompt has set the constraints and respond as per the instruction given. The last one is formatting prompting. This prompting technique would request structure explicitly. Tables, bullet points, or headings make outputs easier to use. For example, provide a comparison table with columns, feature, benefit, risk, mitigation, limit to 5 rows. This prompt will instruct the model to respond as per the instruction given as comparison table with columns. These intermediate techniques give you control and consistency. Now it's time for us to talk about the advanced techniques like reasoning, iteration, templates, collaboration. Now let's dive into advanced prompt engineering. Let's talk about the advanced prompt called chain of thought. How it works is, it guides the AI to reason step by step. For example, first list evaluation criteria for choosing a CRM. Then rank 3 CRMs against those criteria. Finish with a recommendation. The next is multi-turn refinement prompting. How it works is, it doesn't settle for the first draft. Review, critique, and iterate. For example, good start. Now provide a shorter variant for mobile, remove passive voice, and add 1 data point. Next is prompt templates. This is one of the best prompting WHCIH you need to understand, because this is used across many elements in AI. How it works is, create reusable structures for recurring tasks. For example, think of it like a recipe card. The format stays the same, but you swap ingredients depending on what you want. This makes your prompts more precise and saves time. The next is AI as collaborator. Treat the AI as a brainstorming partner. For example, challenge my assumption that price is our main differentiator. Offer 3 alternative positioning angles with pros and cons. At this level, prompting becomes a craft. You're not just instructing, you're co-creating. Hope you have understood the logic so far. Let's dive into some practical examples. What is weak versus strong prompts? Let's see this in action. Weak prompt looks like this. For example, write an article on sleep. Strong prompt looks like this. For example, write a 600-word article for busy professionals on improving sleep hygiene. Use an empathetic tone. Include 3 science-backed tips, cite sources, and end with a 3-step nightly routine. Let's look how the prompt plays the role in coding. How the weak and strong prompting works. Weak prompt is like this. For example, fix my code. Strong prompt is like this. For example, diagnose this Python function that fails on large JSON inputs. Explain the bug, propose a fix, and provide a unit test. Now let's see how the prompt works in research. Let's dive in how weak prompt and strong prompt looks like in research. Weak prompt looks like, for example, what's new in AI? Strong prompt in research looks like, for example, summarize 3 notable AI advances from Q3 2025 relevant to small businesses. For each, describe the advance, practical impact, and a low-cost way to experiment. Let's discuss how it works in design. The weak prompt in design looks like, for example, make a logo. The strong prompt in design looks like, for X Maple. Generate 5 logo concepts for a sustainable clothing brand targeting Gen Z. Style: bold sans serif, limited to black and teal, flexible for social media. Describe visual rationale. The difference is night and day. Hope you are clear with the examples discussed. I would advise please use these examples on your daily use. That will definitely help your prompting skills when you interact with large language models. Time for us to discuss about the common pitfalls and fixes. There are pitfalls while prompting like overstuffed prompts. Too many goals in one request lead to muddled outputs. Fix by prioritizing one outcome per prompt missing context. Generic results stem from missing background. Fix by adding audience, domain, and examples. Unclear constraints. Without boundaries, outputs sprawl. Fix by setting word counts, sections, and styles. No iteration. Accepting the first draft wastes potential. Fix by critiquing and requesting alternatives. I would say please avoid these traps, and your prompting will improve dramatically. Finally, let's look at advanced patterns. 1. Decision frameworks. Let's ask for criteria, weights, and scored comparisons. 2. Perspective shifts. Request analysis from different stakeholder views. 3. Explain then do. First ask for an approach, then apply it. 4. Refactor prompts. Ask the AI to improve your prompt before answering. These patterns push AI beyond simple responses into structured reasoning and collaboration. All right, we have learned a lot. So now let's recall, what have we learned? Prompt engineering is more than typing. It's clarity, context, specificity. It's roles, steps, constraints, and formatting. It's advanced reasoning, iteration, templates, and collaboration. Prompting is power. The future belongs to those who know how to ask the right questions. Practice daily, build your prompt library, and treat AI as your partner. Subscribe now for more deep dives into AI and prompt engineering, and start mastering the art of prompting today. Thank you all once again. Please find time to improve the practical knowledge up front and build the prompting practices based on whatever knowledge you gained from this session. Mark my work, this will definitely build your confidence within the span of 3 months. So the context and structure is more important in prompting, which I have already explained. That is all from this session. Bye.